Yo, what if we gonna do what if Naruto was Killua Part 1? And all the old animes that I'm doing, or I'm not doing, except this one. What if Naruto was in the Warring States? And what if Naruto was Meliodas' reincarnation? So, let's get into the story. Naruto will be in Hatake and only, and yes, even though Kakashi is Hatake doesn't come with all 5 striking natures. It's just Kakashi has all 5. But yeah, Naruto, which we'll refer him as Killua now, since we're gonna change his name to Killua. So yeah, Killua will have only one nature affinity, and that is lightning. But his lightning affinity is super high. And it's even higher than the Raikage's. So, let's get back into the story. Naruto will be the son of, I don't want Naruto to be too overpowered, so I'm not going to give him the 9 tails. I'm going to give Minato's kid the 9 tails, which would be Naruto. Naruto will be the son of 2 random, let's make him the son of Anko and Kakashi. Yeah, son of Anko and Kakashi. 9 tails attack doesn't have to do anything with Killua, so we do a time skip. Killua is 1 year old, and everybody else is 2. Killua wears literally in a tuxedo. He's gonna be looking drippy. He's gonna be looking clean, and yes, he won't have a mask on. But his personality will be the same, but he won't be like an assassin. He will still have his assassin moves and everything else, like his quiet footsteps and basically clone jutsu when he just walks around. But he won't have he won't have a mask on though, so he looks exactly like this. So yeah, back to the story. I'm getting off topic. Naruto is now 3 years old, and something is odd with Killua. Killua is he's getting all of the basics of a child, but way earlier than expected. So he was able to talk at 1 and walk at 1. And he's getting his chakra coils and everything else and he got the age of chakra. He got his chakra coils at the age of 2, and they fully completed at the age of 3. So Killua is now training with his father Kakashi. Kakashi is wondering what is his lining of what his affinities is. So he gives him a chakra paper. Killua puts his chakra inside of the paper, and it turns out he has such a high affinity for lightning that when he put lightning in the chakra paper, lightning just started bursting all around him and the chakra paper, which surprised Kakashi. Kakashi just yelled out to Killua just to stop his chakra from flowing into the chakra paper, which he does, and successfully does at the time. So yeah, Killua is now training in lightning jutsus. Kakashi is wondering in his head right now, can he teach Killua the Chidori? Seeing how much of a lightning affinity Killua has, he wonders if the Chidori is an imperfect jutsu, and Killua can master it. So he decides to teach him his lightning jutsu Chidori. 1 year later, Killua can use the Chidori, but on a way better scale. His Chidori is now even purple, and he's trying to figure out a way to even buff his Chidori even higher. Killua is right now in the woods, and he's thinking about something. He's thinking about all the jutsus that he has learned, and how can he upgrade them and make his new jutsus. Right now, Killua jutsus is the Chidori, Lightning Blade, Raikiri, which is the Chidori basically, but we don't talk about that. Chidori Senbon, Chidori Shuriken, Chidori Spear, and let's just say he has the level 1 cloak, but he knows he has something even better than the level 1 cloak. So let's think about it. Until something pops in his head. Godspeed. So he thinks about this. He focuses long and hard. For like 30 minutes, he focuses all of his lightning chakra and like all over his body and inside of his body as well. 30 minutes pass and he gets it. Killua is ecstatic, seeing how he finally has a new jutsu that he created. So Killua starts running around in Godspeed, which he gets things. He gets places even faster than weightless guy in Godspeed. Yes, weightless guy he can keep up with. So yeah, this shows you how powerful Godspeed is. He's only the age of 4 right now. So yeah, Killua runs home to his house and says, "Mom, Dad, I created a new jutsu." They are wondering what he's talking about until he does his lightning cloak. And yes, in his lightning cloak, his clothes change. It's just a little part since he always wears tuxedo. When he uses his Godspeed, or any of his when he uses his Godspeed, his clothes change to this, his blue and white OG. So yeah, they're wondering why is his clothes change, and why does he look so cool with it? And then he tells them to put a hand on his shoulder, which they do. And as they do this, Killua runs at full speed, running around the whole entire Leaf Village. Yes, the whole entire Leaf Village in around 5 seconds, which surprises both Kakashi and Anko, seeing how fast Naruto got with his new jutsu. Kakashi just says to activate the jutsu without running, and Kakashi lifts up his headband so he gets 3 Tomoe Sharingan and try to copy it, which he can't since he doesn't have as high of affinity for lightning as Killua does, and he is super bummed out seeing how his own son is faster than him. So he gets in that depressed anime look with the with squiggly lines over his head when he looks down, but he don't gotta go into that. Which Anko just laughs at, saying that you can't copy every single jutsu, and Naruto is the one who Killua is the one who created it. We switch to Naruto's perspective. Naruto is getting the absolute god beaten out of him. Blood is coming out of his mouth, and he has a lot of bruises on his arms. And he's screaming out for help until this is when Killua is walking around in this tuxedo, getting praise and getting happy looks and smiles for being the son of Kakashi Hatake. So yeah, Naruto then finally hears the screams of help. Killua finally hears the screams of help and decides to check it out, wondering what it's all about. He goes into this dark alleyway and activates some lightning because it's dark. So he activates some lightning to see all around until he sees this one kid getting beaten on. And I talk about bloody. He's getting beaten on by some tuning. Killua just hates this, seeing how this kid did nothing wrong. He thinks he did nothing wrong, and he's getting beaten on for it. So Killua just asks and says, "What did he do? What did that boy do to them?" Which the tuning turned around and says that he's a demon brat and he deserves to die. Killua just scratches the back of his head and saying, "What do you mean by this?" Until when the tuning just says that they can't speak about it or they will die. But just know that he's a demon brat and they start beating on Naruto once again. Killua just gets angrier and angrier by the sight and activates his Godspeed. When the Chunins turn around and see Killua's Godspeed, they get shook in fear, since word spread around real quick, saying that there's Kakashi's son has a new jutsu that's even faster. Well, that's probably even faster than the fourth Hokage. And yes, that is true. Since Minato was barely able to I won't say barely able to, but he was about to get hit by the Raikage's strongest lightning cloak, while Killua has a 10 times faster lightning cloak than the Raikage's. So yes, he's faster than the fourth Hokage. So yeah, the Chunins are scared out of their life, saying and begging for their life. But Killua will not kill them, since he knows he's not stupid enough to kill them. So he decides just to beat on them, which he decides to activate a Chidori. And no, it's not a purple Chidori. It's just a regular Chidori. And stabs both of them in their legs before having the Chidori to their throats, asking why shouldn't he kill them. Which they say that they're Chunin, and when Killua hears this, he doesn't even give them a chance to speak, which he just knocks them out instantly, seeing how he was going to kill them, and he didn't want to kill them. So he knocks them out as fast as he can, and goes up to Naruto asking, why did they beat on him like that? Naruto says in a sad tone that he doesn't know, and all he wants is love in his life. Which Killua, when he hears this, he has a sad expression on his face, knowing how Naruto's parents are gone and he gets beat his on. Which Killua just responds, saying that when they start the academy, he will be there for him. And he tells Naruto to start training, and when the villagers try to hit on him, don't hesitate to hit them back, since you have a right to hit them back when they hit you. Which Naruto responds, saying that he doesn't like hurting people. Killua just says that it's necessary to hurt people at times because they might kill you one day. Which Naruto finally gets that in his head and says, okay. And Killua just walks out of there. So yes, Naruto will not be the main character. It will be Killua. So yeah, back to the story. I was getting off topic. Do a 1 year time skip. Killua is now 6, and it's starting. No, 2 year time skip. Yeah, Killua's 4. What am I talking about? So it's a 1 year time skip, 2 year time skip. I meant, and Killua is now 6, and is starting the academy on this day. Killua is walking down the street until he sees Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke looks at Killua and gets an intriguing look, seeing how Killua gets praised a lot, and since he still has Uchiha thing, his Uchiha pride in his head, he's saying that he will beat him since he's an Uchiha and he deserves everything. So he kind of gives a glare at Killua, which Killua notices but doesn't comment on. When both walk through the double doors, everybody looks at them, and all the girls start swarming them. But Killua, he is running, and he decides to just get this over with, activates Godspeed, and just dips. He's in the classroom within a millisecond, which even Iruka couldn't even see him. And he takes the seat in the back beside the window, and he starts lays his head down until class starts. Which class starts? Iruka gives out tests, saying that you only have an hour to complete this test, and when you're done with it, then turn it in. when he says start, everybody else here's in that room is a whisper saying, is a whisper. And they look at Naruto, seeing how his whole entire hand is coating in lightning chakra, just writing stuff down. They all are shocked and wondering what Naruto is doing until they figure out that Naruto just got finished with this test in like 5 seconds. Which everybody is shocked at. Iruka just tells Naruto to take your time, and he looks at his paper, Killua's paper, and says that, and has a shocked expression on his face, saying, Killua, you got all scores right. Which everybody in that entire classroom is shocked about. Seeing how Killua, in 5 seconds, finished the test and got a perfect 100. So Killua sits down and gives Naruto an nice smile. And, he doesn't say it out loud, but, mouths the word saying, do your best. Naruto shakes his head, yes, thinking that he would get a good score. But no, he's still stupid. Is that he's stronger, seeing how Killua told him to train 2 years earlier. So that he is stronger, but he's stupid. He's still stupid. So he still gets a 0 on his test. While Killua comes in first, seeing how, there's people that go 100s, but he was the very first one to turn in his test, and with the record time in 5 seconds. So yeah. Now they then Iruka calls them outside, saying that they will do ninjutsu. They'll saying that if they have any ninjutsu, they can show it off. And they're gonna do kunai practicing with sparrings. They all go outside and they start with the ninjutsu training, which Shikamaru shows his shadow possessing jutsu. Not Uncle. Ino showing her mind transfer jutsu. Shino just sending his bugs, and what's his name? Choji doing his expressive jutsu. Then it's Sasuke, Naruto, and Killua's turn. Sasuke does fireball jutsu and shows it off, which all the girls are, oh, Sasuke-kun, oh, that's amazing, and they're ready for Killua. Naruto goes and says that he doesn't have any jutsus, and everybody yells out, that's what you get, you demon brat. Which Killua in his head is steaming, but he has a calm expression on his face, seeing how if he shows any expression that he will kill everyone in that room. And then it's finally Killua's turn, which every single girl in that classroom says Killua-kun would do the best, and Naruto just gives Killua a smile, saying, do your best. Which Killua gets a smirk at this, saying that I will. Iruka calls up Killua. Iruka says that if you have any jutsus to show off, and then show it. Killua just smiles, saying that he has multiple. He starts out saying that he could create lightning chakra in his hands and makes a Chidori, which everybody's surprised about, seeing how much chakra is in his hands, lightning chakra at most. Then he decides to take out a blade, which he doesn't have, but he takes out a kunai and puts lightning chakra, making the lightning blade. Then he goes on using Chidori Senbon, Chidori Shrin, Chidori Spear, Lightning Net, and Lightning Cloak. And he says that this is his final jutsu, and his well-known jutsu called Godspeed, which he activates it. And he looks exactly like this. And everybody is shocked by his appearance, seeing how he got the lightning all around him, and he just changed clothes. They always ask, why does he change clothes? And he says that he can't have his tuxedo getting ripped or anything else like that. Which they nod, seeing how much a tuxedo cost. And seeing how it dripped out. Killua will be looking when he has his tuxedo on. Then he deactivates his Godspeed and goes back into his original self. We go into a week. No, I'm an idiot. We go into spars. Sasuke, still being arrogant, challenges Naruto to a spar. Killua to a spar. Which Killua just gets annoyed, seeing how his pride and his arrogancy is going to be his downfall. Iruka says, "Ready, set, begin." And Sasuke starts off by weaving some hand signs before saying fire style, fireball jutsu, which Killua just gets out, moves out the way from. And Sasuke saying, How did he dodge it? It's supposed to be my ultimate technique. And Killua just starts bursting out laughing, saying that a jutsu like that type of power and speed is utterly useless compared to him. And Sasuke gets annoyed by this and starts rushing at Killua, which he tries to kick Killua, which Killua just dodges at. And he throws about 20 punches at Killua, which Killua just dodges at. And on the last punch, he catches it, squeezes his hand, almost crushing it. Which now Sasuke is on his knees in pain, and Killua just says give up, which Sasuke doesn't do. And Killua just kicks Sasuke in the side of the head, sending him flying out of the ring, and then saying that he won. Iruka calls out, saying that not Naruto, but Killua won, which he is happy about, and Naruto is too. And all the girls are like mixed, like they all like Naruto and Sasuke. Killua and Sasuke, but like they don't know how to feel. Yeah, Killua won, but Sasuke got beaten. Like he got beaten. But yeah, no, Sakura is still Sasuke is on Sasuke's side. So yeah, we do a week time skip. Naruto has plenty of friends: Choji, Naruto, Shikamaru, and he is starting to become friends with Sasuke, seeing how Sasuke is not being arrogant enough to see the power. Well, yeah, he sees the power difference between him and Killua, and just gives it up, seeing how he won't be able to beat Killua. So he gives it up. A week passes, and this new girl comes in. Killua is now like, since he's not no emo boy or anything else like that, he's actually paying attention. And when Iruka comes in, he says that they will be getting a new student today. And he calls in the student, which Stella, yeah, it's gonna make it Stella chip. Stella comes in and says her name is Stella, but I forgot her last name. It's like Vermilion. Yeah, I was gonna call it Vermilion. Yeah, Vermilion. I'm gonna call her Vermiliant. Yeah, aunt. Her name was Stella Vermilion, and she wants to become the strongest kunoichi, even stronger than the legendary signing Tsunade, which everybody laughed at except Naruto, seeing how he has an interest in her, seeing her as somebody that has potential, but nobody believes in her. And everybody makes fun of her pinkish reddish hair. And this is where I'm going to be ending this what if off. And after this, I'm going to do part 2, and then probably part 3, then part 2 of what if Naruto was in the warring states. So, peace.